A lot of stun and control on the side of Alliance, a Nico baby Slark. And Navi have some pretty good team fight themselves, but very much centered around buffing up this Ursa.
Your Pango's getting good farm, right? Pango's one of these heroes that can have a very good mid game if he gets like a little bit further ahead than your average offlaner.
Yeah.
And Pasha, he was kind of spamming this hero for a little while near the end on VP. I feel like they were kind of forcing it a couple times and picking it for him.
Mid lane.
He's looked real good.
Young G brought down by Limp. I watched that whole thing transpire. Big start for Alliance, though. Not only a first blood, but in the mid lane, a purely solo kill. Yeah, that one stings a little bit. And of course, Necro also getting bested in CS now. Lena's denies on par with Young G's last hits.
Yeah, he's an entire level behind now. And the creeps are not different.
Ilias, he's going to get caught. That's 2-0 and maybe even more. Now this tri-lane falling apart. We talked about how squishy these supports are already, proving to be food for this Alliance lineup.
Oh, that's real bad. Now Crystallize, like, does he even bring out the orb after this to like try and battle with his boots? I don't even know.
I don't know. He's in trouble, though. Nico, baby, he might be the one to fall. It's going to be close. Nico gets the kill. He stands his ground. Ilias, of course, finds the return. But another advantage for Alliance in that trade. Nico at least getting the XP. Lena now up to 15 denies in this mid lane. 4 minutes rolls out, and the illusion rune gets bottled up by Limp. From bad to worse for Young G.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna try not to get this denied. Nice.
Very nicely done by Limp. And up top, Crystallize gets chased down again.
He can't do anything.
Also, probably going to fall. Nico, baby, gets that next one. When your tri-lanes go bad, they go bad. Nice use of the salve. That keeps Nico, baby, alive. But Ilias, now he's going to fall. Navi, the feed train, the tickets are cheap this morning. And one of the advantages it has over the Ogre is how aggressive it is from that very first creep wave. And Ench, very much like that. And in these tri-lane scenarios, you can see the advantage that she brings, you know, over someone like this Oracle who just can't put on that same level of pressure. Though, of course, as I say that, FNG might be dying solo in the jungle. He does have 3 heroes chasing him.
Yeah, he's fine.
This is actually incredible space created. He's got a tri-lane chasing him, and he might actually live. There's the stick charges, now trying to get into the trees. Necro going to be here. They do get FNG, but it ends up setting up a kill onto Young G, and now these supports are here. Lena says, food for me? A gift? An offering? Oh, my friends, thank you so much. And they find another in the mid lane. Necro and CM down for just FNG. I don't know that I've ever seen a mid matchup. Like, Lena's doubling him in net worth at 7 minutes. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Pasha?
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times, but it is definitely not common. That's pretty brutal.
Literally doubling before 10 minutes is pretty wild. They will get a counter kill onto FNG. That's pretty nice.
Usually it's like one of those like morph ember things. The Lena is just, I mean, that was brutal. That was like right from the start. Limp's just been handling him.
Well, speaking of handling, they've got the bear. They're going to turn him into a rug again. The Centaur sets it up for Hanskin to find the kill. I think we've got to see some 4+1 kind of stuff. This is like desperation time to make space for this Ursa so he can get anything. I mean, just any item at this point, and it's still going to be Alliance that are the aggressors mid lane. They find Young G. And the support Necro falls again. Now Stampede looking into the jungle, suspecting the Ursa may be farming. They find his courier.
He's just trying to Iron Talent, guys. Leave him alone.
Rolling Thunder as well. They do have some options to try to pick off one of these squishier heroes. Like killing Lena probably looks like the easiest target that's worth a lot. She doesn't have any items yet.
Oh, and she's right behind, too. This might be their moment. They have 4 heroes here. You got to just dive her.
This should be it. Frostbite, Rolling Thunder, Reaper's Sight. They found it. Kill on Lena. Pasha down in the river, getting a couple of decent bounces. Sets it up on the Hanskin, and that's a double. Young G gets 2. But maybe the counterplay. Nico and S4. FNG from the backside on his way in. I don't know they'll be able to find a counter kill here, though they do snag that arcane rune up top.
And Pasha might actually get into a blink before they've lost too much, though. That would be really nice. Because I said that, and they're on Young G here. And they need the S4 initiation. He's waddling over.
And they found it. That's the Blink Dagger reveal. Double edge after the hook stomp into a CC chain, and Young G gets put 6 feet under.
I was just thinking the vision's actually been pretty good for Navi considering the sentries and everything, but the Slark and the availability of sentries, but they have spotted their only ward left now too, so.
And now Young G mid lane, he gets enchanted, he's in trouble. Oracle there for the save. Immersion with a nice ultimate. Reaper's Scythe comes, and that'll be the Aegis. Slark down, but he's coming right back. Can they take him again? Nice stun from S4, does set up onto the Necro, and also gets the kill on CM. That's 2 dead on Na'Vi now. Stampede comes out, stun lock onto Ursa, Crystallize falls, it's 3 in the grave. Pasha able to make it back, and the Oracle also finds an escape path, but so maybe like, if Na'Vi can hold out, not lose barracks before the Basher, maybe that item can set up a fight for them where they can start reclaiming a little bit of momentum. We'll see a battle over this bottom rune. 20-minute spawn here. Pango sidesteps the stuns, but Ursa jumps into one. Nyx on the low ground. He's actually going to be the first one to fall. Now Na'Vi have to take this fight, though. Crystallize in some trouble. He's already used the ultimate. CM with a brilliant ulti. Alliance actually getting repelled a little bit. Now Limp pops the BKB, tries to finish off Immersion, can't get that either. Pasha jumps back again, disarm. Na'Vi get away with this. All 5 still alive for now. It's a fake back though. They want to reinitiate. They want S4. They get off the clumsy net. S4 in trouble. Reaper's Sight. They find a kill. 2-0. A brilliant exchange. Na'Vi finding some footing. They're going to go double halberd. They've already got one on the Slark, and S4 has the Sange already.
Yeah, I really like stacking halberds. I think it's extremely broken right now.
Is this going to save FNG down bottom against the Pango Ursa? He's actually still alive. Pasha gets him. S4 now trying to set up a counter kill. Crystallize and Pasha on the run. Reinforcements on the way. Ursa has the enrage. Pasha trying to break it up. Another nice ult from Immersion. Doesn't find a kill, but does repel the likes of Alliance and keeps this Ursa alive. Now Hanskin left behind. A good carapace, but it won't be enough to save him. 2 kills for Na'Vi again, not conceding a single death. Their little death ball strat starting to work out pretty darn well. Ursa has the Basher on the way.
So coming back here to try and contest this will not go that well.
Na'Vi still committed to pushing. TP out, still Hanskin in the grave.
Oh,
Nico baby initiates. Nico pretty low, has the ultimate. Shadow Dance gives him the reset. Now in onto Crystallize. Enrage comes back. Young G gets saved by the Oracle. It's close, but they've still got 5. Na'Vi can maybe take this fight. Rolling Thunder as Crystallize charges forward.
Oh, the Scythe!
Big damage into the Centaur now. Reaper's Sight sets up the kill. They are going to lose Crystallize. FNG in the back line, but Na'Vi taking a surprisingly good engagement given how far behind they are. They want this Slark, but they might not be able to find him. They lose Immersion. They lose Young G. Now Ilias in big trouble. Na'Vi about to get wiped. Pasha with the Blink Dagger back. He'll be okay with a TP, but in the end, it is Alliance that find the big victory.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
No glyph available. Pasha takes a little bit of chip damage. Tier 3 down. Buyback situation not great for Na'Vi. Necro, the only one that has it. They will find the initiation though. CM brought down low. Stampede gets Alliance in a great position. Na'Vi still clumped up though, and they do sustain through it. Nico pops the BKB, trying to get in deep. He gets brought down. That's the Aegis. So far, a great hold from Na'Vi, but if they lose this Ursa, it could be bad, and he's down. No buyback. Slark coming back to life. Now the barracks under assault, and they will get the melee here. The double damage rune on Limp. He is a fiery turret in the back line, and they will clear out the lane of barracks. Fire on ice as CM gets brought down low. Nico baby jumps in. Centaur follows up. They destroy Immersion. They'll find Young G as well. Pango doing everything he can. Reaper's Sight though. Young G actually survived. He sustained through and turned it on Limp. They're still committed. Alliance want to finish off this fight. The Pangolier still somehow alive. Young G out of health and mana. He's down. Does have the buyback, but holding it for now. This Pango still alive. Now finally caught. Is this going to be the end of him? That is one tanky pangolin.
Yeah, he had the 54 from the shield crash. So, mad damage reduction.
Like, if Alliance didn't have the Aegis in that fight, they probably would have engaged a little bit differently. But no Aegis there, and it looks completely different. They do have the power to kill Nico Baby still. It's not easy, but they can do it.
It's just all Scythe. Like, they can't rely on the Ursa because of he doesn't have like any items. He doesn't have his BKB, and there's always the Dispel from F&G.
This is bad. Ilias had the gem too. That's going to hit the deck. Big investment from Navi. Now gone. Good catch from S4. Lands on 2. Follow up now. BKB from Nico. Charging into the base. Finds the Ursa. Clips the bash. Ursa does have the Enrage. Pops it now. That keeps him alive. S4 does get stunned. Pangolier comes out. Rolling Thunder. Oh, they knock him a little too far. Reaper's Sight, though, does find the kill. S4 on the sideline, 75.
Is under attack.
If you're not in a Sentry, there's that perpetual fear of, is Hanskin on top of me right now? Oh, stun on the Ench. Pasha hits him with the Tipper. Mid lane, Rolling Thunder, deployed. Navi looking for initiation, and it's a defensive stampede as Pasha gets right-clicked down. Great stun from S4 off to the side. He'll catch Ilias too. That's going to be an Oracle down. No buyback. They do trade S4, but it's not looking like a good fight for Navi. The Pango's already bought back. Immersion getting repelled. Young G stunned up. He'll fall. They don't have a great answer to Nico as he charges further into the back line. He's found Immersion. Buyback now from the Necro. Both supports on the sideline. No buyback. The Nyx Assassin low. Invis will keep him alive. Ursa almost finds the kill but can't quite finish him off. Pango also misses as he jumps out. Nico still in the back line, but now bashed up. Bash on bash. Who's going to find it? Nico lives on 2 HP, but he falls to Young G. Still the Ursa down. No buyback there either. Now CM has enough gold. She gets back into the game. Another one of these fights that's surprisingly good for Navi, given that this is a 30k deficit.
They also scythed S4 when he was so low too. They had to burn so much of their stuff just to kill him.
They want this follow-up kill on FNG. They do have that Sentry Ward down. Stun from Limp, though. He's doing everything he can to save his Ench, and he just can't do it. Now the BKB comes back, though. Going blow for blow against Young G, trying to finish him off through this ultimate of the Oracle. I think Young G might pop. It's going to be close, but he lives.
I mean, we're not going to feel any worse losing this game at 40 minutes, but they're going to be kind of annoyed playing it for another 40.
I mean, I don't know that it annoys Alliance because they've been so firmly in control mid lane. We'll see initiation onto the Pango. That is Nico showing off the Abyssal Blade. Looks like it caught Pasha a little bit off guard as Stampede also gets used.
Well, they drafted it and they laned it too. I think the lanes were not helping them. That's the way they played out.
And so what I'm getting at is they kind of put themselves in this situation. Yeah, I remember that. Here we go. High ground defense. They get a bash onto Nico to start things off.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Nico with that Lincoln's queued up also. Just trying to survive as the Sark at this point. Tier 3 has already gone down up top. There is a glyph available for Navi for the reset. They do get initiated on. They keep Pasha alive, and now they jump in. Ursa can't get Limp. He'll use his BKB and now has to walk back. Ilias has to force False Promise himself. Not ideal as the top lane of Barracks falls. Range still standing, but they get the melee.
Hanskin shopping.
Still in with Nico. There's the BKB. He'll go blow for blow with Immersion, just standing inside of the ult. Hanskin still alive, gets off a brilliant Carapace as they try to finish him. That sets up onto Young G. Now Crystallize goes down, has the buyback there, but the Necro doesn't have it. Nico getting low, but still has the Aegis. Ursa buys back. They don't hold that top lane of Barracks. Buyback now from the Nyx to try to get back into this fight. Looks like Alliance are seeing the end of this game before them. Now a 44k net worth lead. Limp, the turret, laying into the towers.
I double checked. It was 70 it started at. It went 70 to 60 to 50 and now 40.
Wow. Pasha, they find him. That's not looking good for Navi. GG.
You can say that about a lot of this game, I think.
38 minutes, 36 to 19. A longer game one than we expected based on how the lanes went, but still handled by Alliance, suffice it to say. Great draft, great execution. Alliance brought the pain in game number 1. Okay,
So they will take the Ember.
They take Ember into Morphling. All right, now how do Alliance want to set up these lanes? Is there any world where you put the Morphling mid to try to counter the Ember? Probably not.
Yeah, a little annoying because you're a melee hero versus ranged, of course, but...
And both of them will salvo.
Double missed under towers. That was rough.
And first blood gets drawn down bottom. Venomancer falls. The wrath of the Nico baby Morphling strikes quick.
Yeah, and still the top of his team. So another slight lead here for Alliance, but not nearly as much as last game. As they'll trade some blows here. S4 with the clap. It's a level 3 Oracle, buddy. See ya.
Good night, S4.
Yeah.
Ilias finding credit for that one. Nico's still getting all the space down bottom. 1v1 against the Veno right now. And mid lane, we'll see some engagement. Limp in trouble. Brought down low. Does pop the ult, but Young G drops all the remnants to secure the kill. Limp ends up in the grave. Be able to finish off this tower and open up the jungle a little bit. Immersion now rotating into the top lane. They're going to make the defense here, and S4 in big trouble. Roll connects. They've got it. Immersion finds that kill. Now Hanskin on the run.
They could contest him down in the river. Elias just walks at him, just face checks and let him know that they know that he's there.
Navi handling this very well so far, but still, we can't forget Nico baby free farming down bottom while Alliance continues to bring the fight into Spectre's lane. Crystallize in big trouble and dead. FNG with the soul rip sniper again. I guess the one plus side for Navi down bottom is that Pasha is getting some space himself, but now Hanskin going to come down to break that up. It's only a level 5 Veno. And meanwhile, up top, Veno with the TP out, S4 in too deep. He's going to get put down. I was wondering how they got vision, but there you go. Wrath of Nature, good spell. Midas up on Spectre. So as mentioned in the draft, seeing a number of different builds on Spectre now, and it seems the Meteor Hammer is phased out a little bit. Limp initiated on mid. They will drop the Magnetize, and that might give them just enough damage. It certainly does. Ilias. Smoke up from Navi, moving through the mid lane.
BKB, ever since the Aghanim's got changed, BKB is like the I want to actually use my ultimate item. You know?
Let's see if Limp's in trouble here. Tries to wind run away. Rooted up now. Haunt from Spectre. They've found it. Ilias again gets the kill, but now the punishment. Immersion locked in the trees. He's going to go down next. Crystallize still in the front line. Getting healed up by this Oracle.
That Doom's ending, though.
Young G, chains on 2. Now the turn. FNG drops the Flesh Golem, but Poison Nova comes out, and this might not work out too well for Alliance. FNG falls. Nico baby's here, though. He's bringing Pasha down low. Pasha would have died, but the false promise is there. Nico jumps forward, turns into Veno, drops some poisons, trying to finish off Pasha. Woo! Does get the interrupt. Big time heal from the Oracle. Can Pasha survive this? Limp back. He's got a double damage rune. They find that kill nice and easy. Now hungry for more. Young G should be able to make it back. Ilias with a bold TP. It will go through. Well, they're going to get away with this. Feels like somewhat of a risky play, but they call the bluff. No cooldowns. Navi can't fight it, and now that is a second life on Nico. Now a full 2,000 net worth behind the Morphling. Which is scary considering the spec had a Midas at a pretty decent timing. Bottom lane now. Doom comes out. They'll drop this onto Young G. Sets up a layup for Nico baby.
I think that was the blink reveal. I don't think they'd seen it yet, so... Nothing you can really do on that one. I mean, even without it, like, it's just a blink more stomp, so...
Now more initiation onto Pasha. Hanskin started this one off, and the team will be there to finish it. Save from Ilias. They're going to put in as much damage as they can. He does get off a Poison Nova. They stop his TP, and Pasha should pop here. No saving him. They also get Ilias Limp with a double on a beautiful power shot. Look at FNG down here. He is chilling with the Shadow Amulet. Now, have you noticed that since Shadow Amulet does nothing but grant invisibility, that we're seeing more people use it on themselves to try to set up these cheeky little plays? FNG clearly baiting right here. Or maybe feeding a little bit. like Pasha will die in the top lane while this exchange down bottom takes place. Hanskin trying to pull them in further, and he will succeed, but now it's just Nico Baby on 3. He does turn into the Ember. Needs to be somewhat careful, though. Jumps in onto the Oracle, who does have a false promise. Has to use it on himself, and now Nico might be able to kill someone else. Crystallize TP's out, and they won't find the targets. Good exchange for NAVI, a 1 for 2 across the map.
Yeah, I'm not sure what NAVI are talking about right now. They look like they're talking about smoking up this way.
I hope they're talking about saving Crystallize, because my man is getting caught down bottom, and he is dead as hell.
Yeah,
now there's dead, and
they
there's
did not have the read
dead.
on what was happening there.
No, certainly not.
It looked like they thought maybe they were smoking to kill the Ember, and they were going to try and bait Young G and wait for a haunt play.
I mean, look at Lip right now. He is just running into him. Hanskin comes into the back line. They go into Ilias, again, forcing this false promise onto the Oracle himself. That's already a victory, but now can they take the fight? Hanskin still sustaining,
nice.
Gets soul ripped again, and actually still pretty healthy. They're going to drop the Doom on Young G. He'll die, and they find another one right in front of the base. It's Pasha. 4 dead on the side of NAVI. Alliance with all 5 alive. And he just stands there and tanks the damage. Look at his build. He's got a Hooded Defiance.
Yep.
He's relatively tanky on his own right, and then you've got a Soul Rip every 6 seconds. He summons Treants. It buffs up Soul Rip Trent. The synergy
Genius.
is uncanny. Yep. 10-second BKB on S4. Full pipe now on Hanskin. We're really seeing that gold lead now in the inventories. Scotty also done on Nico. Pasha about to get caught. Nico just charges in. Saved again. Haunt from the Spectre. Nico maybe going in too far, but maybe not. It's a good Poison Nova from Pasha, but his teammates taking heavy damage. Immersion will die first. Ilias goes down second, and Crystallize as well. Ilias says GG and gets the hell out of this game. Pulls the ejector seat as Alliance take a very convincing 2-0.
Yeah, they held it together a lot longer on game 1 with a larger deficit, but they could also see again that the writing was on the walls here.